And bam! How's it going, family? How's it going? Once again, this is Xerox Twins going live for the bereaved, sick, and shut in. Bruh, we always got something going on. What do we have going on today?
Man, again tonight, Wednesday night, we have our celebrity show, the best live ever.
Best live ever.
Man, what we love. We laugh.
And
we learn how to live our best life together again.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We are the Xerox Twins. I'm Blue Bull.
I'm Red Bull.
And we do this, man. We bring on the resources. We bring on the philosophers. We bring on the businesses of all sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, we trying to do what is possible. That's
well,
it, man.
Yeah.
The best life ever, man. We want to make sure and ensure that you learn how to live your best life. And this is why we are doing what we do. Yeah. Again, Wednesday nights. Make sure that you like, share, and follow all the Xerox Twins social media. That's Xerox.
Start with a
Z and ends with a Z. Hey, man, make sure that you put the likes, the loves, the hearts,
and especially the comments.
Make sure to make the comments because hey, man,
hello, hi, yes,
right, and subscribe
to
make
all
sure
social media.
All social media. Again, family, what we do, we share who we are, and all we ask of you is to share us as well to your loved ones, your friends, uncles, aunts,
even your enemies. You just don't know. You understand? They're really your friends.
They're really your friends, man.
Yeah.
They're your friends that don't like.
You got the same jersey on.
Yeah.
We got to start understanding.
They're your friends that don't like you, I guess. But anyways, family, again, we're here doing the best live ever. Yes. Hey, man, we are actually in the environment of our home here again. So we're gonna be sitting here and enjoying our space, our abode.
What they call it, the nostalgic ambiance.
Hey, family, again, make sure you like, share, and follow tonight. Man, we promise you that we're going to bring on the best of the best, the greatest of them all. And again, tonight we have someone that we revere to the utmost, our business partner, great friend of ours. You know what I'm saying? Dear to our hearts, man, dear to our pockets. You know what I'm saying? Dear to our energy and very dear to our celebrity, bro. Man, this is our career as well.
Yeah, we can also say he's a mentor as well. Yeah, he's a mentor as well.
Right.
You got to give him the utmost. We let him go ahead and introduce himself.
Yes. Again, baby. Coming in.
Yeah, man. What's up?
Man, we do not introduce, man. Hey, man, we allow them to introduce themselves. Why, bro?
Man, because you know yourself better than we know you.
Right. And again, we're going to allow you to tell us who you are and why you're here.
Know you a little bit better.
Well, man, for those that don't know, my name is Derrick Simmons, man. I'm Vanilla Bull. See, they Red Bull, Blue Bull. I'm Vanilla Bull. No, I'm just messing with you. Well, man, I got a company, DS Sounds. We handle all your sound, your lighting needs, man. Also, 5-star media and production, where any type of production that you need, from movies to short films to documentaries, whatever you need, we'll supply that need. Also, like he said, mentoring, giving my professional opinion, my advice, letting you know how you can take your life to the next level. And so that's really what I'm on. I'm here to have fun, man. It's the best live ever. You heard me?
You better know it, man. You better know it. Man. Again, D, man, thank you so much for what you do for us, man. You don't know, man, you are an intricate part, if not the most important part of our lives right now, man. Yes, you continue to invest in our career, our being, period. Right. And which I must say that you are investing into the world, because that's what we do. And so for you to make it as easy or easier for us to convey and to do what we do, man, thanks so much for what you do. Bro, I'm gonna get this on this.
I'm say too. Not only that, he probably didn't say that in his introduction, but Derrick has vision. And that's why Yeah, and this is why I say he's somewhat as a mentor to us because basically when I started spending a lot of time with him, he was conducting a ministry.
Okay.
Yeah, when we was going to his ministry, and yeah, that was his I guess it's his catchphrase, vision. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
so that's one thing about it. And the reason why I say somewhat of a mentor because even with that, bro, I have started viewing other things. I was viewing the same thing from a different point of view because he was giving me his vision on certain things. We had some real deep conversations along
Yes,
with
sir.
it.
That's
Yeah.
right. Hey man, talk about conversation, man. We're gonna have a sit down
and talk
and talk about it, man. Let's do this thing. Again, much love and respect, D man. Hey man, vision, man. Tell us a little bit about because that is one of your words, man. And I tell people all the time, a lot of people can see, some can't. But a lot of people don't have vision, man. Tell us why that is your mantra and why you use that as well.
Well, man, I believe that you got to have foresight. You know, a lot of times we so fearful that we stop having that childlike mentality of just believing in ourselves and believing that anything is possible. So, you know, back in the day, I used to rap, man. I might have to come back out of retirement, but that was one of my rap names was Vision. And
rap. Okay.
Yeah.
my rap names, man, was Vision. And so, you know, I just believe in foreseeing things before you get to it. So a lot of times you got to see it before you believe it. But it's not that you're seeing it from a perspective of somebody telling you. You have to believe in yourself and believe that the vision is possible even before you go. So it's like, you know, it's like reverse engineering. You see it done before it already happened, and then you just building a pathway. It's like a GPS. So for vision, for me, it's like having a GPS. I look at where I want to go, what I want to do, and how I want to do it, and then I make the road and I get to where I want to go.
Man, that right there's a bullseye. We got to hand it to you. Yeah, man. You know,
Yeah.
we always get at to when you hit it right on point, right on target. We call it the bullseye.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
And then that's a great way of illustrating exactly what you mean about vision itself.
Man, I don't know if you knew or not, man. We're considered the Xerox twins, man. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, listen. One of the things and one of the reasons why we are known and what we do is and what we have done is man, in 1979, man, I heard this song called Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
And man, I told my mom that's what I wanted to do. She handed me some pencil and paper and said, hey, have at it. And I've been doing it ever since, man. Tell us, and you know, so rapping is one of our claim to fame, you may say. Right. So we were coined the Xerox twins by Mr. Bird, man, Bird Williams, man, which we went to school with. Yeah, he used to hoop for Dunbar. Dunbar, man. Matter of fact, your alma mater as well. I'll be a Wildcat, who be you?
I'll be a Wildcat too. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But tell me a little bit about your rap career, D, man. What brought you into rap and what have you?
Well, man, this was you know, like way back in the day, man. We used to do talent shows and stuff at Dunbar 5th and 6th grade center. You know, and just have me and never forget a guy named Pac-Man. We used to do like rap battles and all of that and stuff, man. And so I always had a way with words and then I was like, man, I just feel it, man, you know. And so actually did some albums back in the day, but then I wasn't called Vision then. I was Young Pup then. A lot of people don't know nothing about that, but I was called Young Pup, man, and I was in a group with a guy named Howard Crosley, HL, and we started a group and we was doing Birdmind Records, and I always been into like Ice Cube. I love Ice Cube, rap a lot, you know. So had some influences, man, and at that time I just put it together, and I love words. I'm like, bro, you know, I'm a word connoisseur. I love to dive into words. And so that was one way of me expressing myself, man.
Wow.
That's where you do that. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of Ice Cube, man, believe it or not, Twin and I, you know, we did our album in the mid 80s or whatever. But we've been rapping. We was rapping 5 years, man, or 6, 7 years, even before we dropped an album. Like I say, since the first year of rap over the airwaves. And believe it or not, we actually did our mix down at Ruthless Records. We actually did our album at Ruthless Records. And so, hey man, you know, we got a little history. You know, LA and what have you. Not only that, man, I had the liberty to be there when Death Row had their grand opening. Suge and I
really was doing the transition from Ruthless to Death Row.
To Death Row Records, right? And so I got a chance to go and be in the presence of the all those celebrities. Now, of course, they wasn't then.
Yeah.
Right.
And Scarface too, man. That was one of my influences too, man. I always loved Scarface, man. You know.
Really?
Scarface.
Right. Man, you said Pac-Man, man. You know, we know Pac-Man. We've been knowing Pac-Man ever since he was a young pup. Exactly. He was a pup. He was baby Pac-Man.
Yeah, he was baby Pac-Man.
Yeah. Right. So with that career, man, I see and know that you also produce. How did you transform from rapping to producing, or had you always had that knack?
Well, I always kind of had the feeling for it since I was already rapping. I knew what people wanted. So I started into audio production first. So, you know, I had a studio, Remnant Seed Studio out in Fort Worth off of Edgewood. You know, and it was definitely a dope studio. Had a lot of people coming, so I was just doing production, man. I had people coming in, getting the tracks from me, buying the tracks. Shout out to my boy G. I had another guy that would work for me named G, man, and we just start, you know, going into engineering, and man, I started that, and it just blossomed, man. Everybody started loving the tracks that I was producing, loved some of the things that I was working on, and that's when I actually started rapping even more. And that's when I adopted the name as Vision. So a lot of people, it depends on what age you know me from. Some people know me as Pup. Other people know me as Vision. You know, and some people know me as, you know, Derrick Simmons, the Visionary. So, you know, it's just I wear a lot of different hats, man, you know. And so went from there, and then I started doing video production, you know, because audio was tied into that. So people would come into the studio, and I wanted to make it like a one-stop shop deal. So me and my boy Cielio hooked up and started doing video. And so we started doing video production, man, and we done all type of production, man, from with Swisher House. You know, they used to fly us down there. We also drove down there a lot, dealing with them and doing stuff with Powwow when they was real hot. Erykah Badu, you know, we done a lot of stuff, man. So it just allowed us to get into the film industry.
Oh wow, man. That is Cielio, man. Baby, I met Cielio. Back with Twisted Black with 3M and what have you.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man, very very talented guy, man, very talented guy. And much love and respect to Cielio, man.
He from upstate?
No, man. I want to say
no, Cielio from here, from Fort Worth.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Very very talented guy, man. I haven't seen him in like forever. I believe I ran across him on Facebook, but hadn't seen him in like forever.
He's still around, man. Matter of fact, he do a lot of photography stuff. He also, you know, produced tracks and everything. Matter of fact, because I went into management now, you know, even though I was managing some artists back in the day, but now I'm managing an artist named Eric Matthews. And man, that's going real good. And I had Cielio reached out to my boy Cielio today, and I do graphics. I know a lot of people that do graphics as well, but I said, man, I want him to do an album cover for me. And he actually done an album cover for me today for Eric Matthews, man.
Oh wow,
that's awesome,
fantastic. Yeah, Matthews, man. Of course, man. Listen, man, we interviewed him as well. He was on the show, The Best Live Ever. Of course, man, we don't bring no marks, man. We don't. Man, if you're not talented, if you're not real, man, we don't even want to be associated.
Wait.
Go ahead.
If you're not talented, you're not real, we bring the talent and the realness out of it.
Man, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
But again, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to him as well. Alabama boy.
Yeah, Alabama boy, man. He Alabama
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we rapped a little bit to him as well. D man.
Wow. I want to go into, before we go there, because I know you was doing a lot of transitioning. I want to talk about your ministry because that's what caught my attention.
Gotcha.
Because you had unconventional thoughts. It's not the run-of-the-mill thoughts. You was on a lower level. I don't like to say you're on a higher level. I say on the lower level because once again, I'm the one to look at the roots. Because if you know the roots, you know the fruit. And so I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciated the depth that you conveyed when you was in your ministry. And that's what made me come over and over and over again, just to listen. And not trying to toot my horn or anything like that. You know a little bit more about how I think different from those, you know what I'm saying, as far as the belief system. I think a lot different.
Right.
But the intriguing, the way that you delivered was very intriguing to me. And I want to be a part of the delivery. You follow me?
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I want to be a part of the delivery because it wasn't just a normal with the preaching. It wasn't a normal biblical text. You know what I'm saying? The normal things that are said. I believe your vision. With your vision, I believe I observed that you saw a little bit deeper. That's why I say the root. You saw a little bit deeper into the scripture that you start out with. So let's discuss that.
Okay. Yeah,
before that, D, of course, you know, we're live here. The best live ever. You know what I'm saying? Xerox Twins Celebrity Show. Of course, we have our celebrity right now on Mr. Derrick Simmons, our great friend, the vision, right, and business partner as well. Make sure that you like, share, and follow all the Xerox Twins social media. Make sure that you push the likes. You know what I'm saying? Share right now. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, D, turn the show off, man, until they start sharing. Make sure that you share. Why? Because hey, we share who we are.
Yeah.
And man, we want you guys to reach out to someone because we want to be able to reach them as well because we are changing lives, man. D, I say all the time, man, if I can't change your life, ain't no sense in me being in it. We are changing lives, and hey, man, we want you to get in touch with your uncles and your aunts and whomever, your family, right? So that we can make a difference, man. We're going to bring on some things and some people, again, that's going to get us up to the next level, man. That's you, D, the next level. D always speak about the next level. So with that, D, tell us a little bit about the next level, man. What made you transfer from the way that you were brought up into the I guess the church world or what have you? Tell us how your mind, what triggered you to change your mind thought or your delivery.
Well, I was always a progressive thinker, man, and sometimes we can get stuck in what we've been taught, and a lot of times it may seem funny, but so a man thinketh, so is he. And sometimes we can get stuck in our own thoughts. And so I've always been a progressive thinker. So some things we do out of tradition, you know, just because our mama told us to do it, our daddy told us to do it, or society told us to do it. But what do you really think? What do you really feel? You know, in order to stay progressive, then you have to start thinking progressive because you are who you think, you know. And so therefore I decided to say, let me dig deeper in the word of God, not disannulling, you know, because I never would throw the baby away with the bathwater. So I went through Christianity to get me to a certain point in my life. And so I understood that it was, you know, some of the metaphors that was in the Bible, some of the things that was taught, you know, and I felt it, but I knew it was a greater vibration. So I always wanted to teach that vibration. So when even like basic scriptures, like it's better to give than to receive. Well, some people look at the basics of that and say, well, giving is receiving. Well, to me, I may say, well, it is better to give than to receive, because there's certain things that you give that you feel good about giving. And so you're going to receive automatically because you're giving. So it's just, and like y'all, I can vouch for that. A lot of people I don't vouch for, I don't even deal with, because their heart's not right, the energy not right. And so with y'all, I can vouch to say y'all are givers. And so automatically, when it's a time for a need, if y'all ever have a need, I already know miraculous things happen and the need gets supplied. Why? Because y'all are givers. And so it proves it, not disannul the scripture, but it is better to give than to receive, because if you give when it's your time to receive, you don't feel bad about it.
Well, listen. Uh-oh. You see it there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So this is when you say you don't feel bad about it. This is when I say you know your worth.
Yeah.
Knowing your worth is when you have worked up to a certain position. You have you have divulged certain amount of time to a certain person, place, a certain person, and then when that is reciprocated, you don't feel guilty because you know your worth.
Right.
So what I'm saying, this is where I view knowing your worth is when you can receive without the guilt of what did I do for you to give me this or do this for me. You follow me?
Yeah. And a lot of people don't, believe it or not, man, a lot of people don't know how to receive. You know, even a slight of giving a compliment. You think if somebody tell you, oh, you look handsome, you got to tell them, oh man, you look beautiful. Or if somebody say, I like your shirt. You know, you think you got to say, oh man, I like your hat. Nah, you know, sometimes you got to learn how to receive. It's a divine law. You know, anything that's planted into the ground has to receive the nutritions and the nutrients, all of that that's in the ground before it can grow. So that's why we say vision. Well, like you were saying, the root of the thing is knowing you, knowing who you are, knowing what you need. And therefore you saying, I can receive, you know, I done already gave. So it's no harm in me receiving it. In that receiving, you still going to have some more that you can give. And so that's what I like about, you was talking about the progression and actually taking into the scriptures. And, you know, so I took some of the metaphors and dug into the scripture even deeper and applied it to my life. So I could think progressive. You know, even when I was in ministry, my slogan was think progressive. And so that's what I did. Yes.
Right, man. That's what I say. I don't care which direction you go in. You can go up, around. You can even go down. As long as it's in a progressive movement, then that's the way to go. That's the way to go. So thank you for that.
D, I know you speak on principles. I know one of the things that when you were and when I was under the up under your voice and listening to your delivery, you spoke a lot about principles, applying the principle. How and why is that so important in the biblical tense?
Well, in the biblical tense, it's definitely important because, you know, we hear the laws and we hear the different things that we would say, well, God said this. So we hear things like in the beginning was the word was with God, and the word was God. So in the biblical sense, you have to always follow the word. So faith came by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So in that, it was a different principle. But when you take that scripture and you know that God lives in the inside of you, well, you got to be able to hear you, and faith coming by what you really hear and what you believe. You see what I'm saying? So the principle is also, it's certain principles and laws that's universal laws that you can't get away from. Like and the one I was just speaking about is the divine law of receiving and giving. Everything is cause and effect. Everything is receiving and giving. So if you're in that law, then you don't have to feel bad about being in that law or anything. So it's a lot of biblical principles that I applied that was great. And I also just took those principles into my everyday life. You know, and so therefore, you know, it's do unto others as you want them to do unto you, you know. And so if you wouldn't want it not to say, and a lot of people take that and say, well, I'm not going to do this to this person because I wouldn't do it to me. Well, I'm not worried about God necessarily judging me or coming down and destroying me. No, I'm doing this because I want to do it. I feel that it's a need to help. And so therefore I help. So it's principles like that.
Wow. Yeah. That's great. The way you put that.
And I'm not doing it because of some people can get a lot of times in different religious beliefs, you can do it because you're so fearful that something is going to happen. But once I learned that you can do it because out of love, I'm doing this out of love, not because of fear, not because I think God is going to judge me or I think something bad is going to happen to me. No, I'm doing this out of the principle and the divine principle of love.
Right.
So it's a difference. So some people may say, "Oh man, you crazy, man. You'll do this for free or you'll do that," you know. And I see y'all do a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So y'all the epitome. Y'all talking about me, but y'all the epitome of love and support. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all do. When I look at love, I look at y'all. I'm like, this is what they do. So when it's time to receive, you know, and I definitely hate it, but the time that it was the most, even when I saw people giving you when your daughter passed, you were so deserving of that. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it was just a time, and I heard you said it before, it was a time for you to reap. So the divine law, and we talk about principles, is sowing and reaping. That's a divine. So what's divine law? So what you sow, not saying that it's going to automatically come back that way, but you real reap it in that way. You know what I'm saying? If you sow love, you reap love.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so that was one of the things. That was one of the things that some of the principles and stuff. And like I said, if anybody out there, y'all got some questions, hey, y'all can ask me whatever, and ask Twin and whatever, man. We good.
Right. I see Lisa Ree on our live, man. Lisa Ree been following us for a while, for years.
Wow. You pick right back up, man.
Ain't no question. That's Much awesome. Love and respect, man, to all of you guys. Derrick the upgrade. You know what I'm saying, man? We're gonna have you on the show again, Derrick, and not only that, Malik. Man, you know what I'm saying? I just have a bodyguard. Malik said, man, listen, whenever and whatever y'all do, man, y'all have me next to you, man. I got y'all, man. Much love and respect. Dave Demerson, man, listen, man, and them Demerson boys, we're gonna get you guys on the show. Much love and respect, man. Hey, D, man, listen, man. Tell us a little bit about what you do with your you went from your music, you're rapping to your music, and you saying you transferred over to doing videos and setting up, and now you got your media. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know that man, you got this is not just an art, but you got to keep up with how technology as well, man.
Moving rapidly.
Right. Tell us a little bit about that and how it's growing and have grown as far as from when you started doing it to now.
Man, it's definitely a lot of things that's changed, and I think it's going to change even more in the future, definitely with this AI. So we definitely, on the other end of AI, history repeats itself. And so I'm seeing a history of repeating. Back in the day, I remember, I never forget that this guy came up to me and he wanted me to invest in this company. He was like, well, man, people are using cell phones already. The rich are using cell phones, but I want you to invest in this chip where people can take pictures off a cell phone. And I was like, man, come on, man. Ain't nobody going to be taking no pictures, you know what I'm saying, off a cell phone. Why would they do that? That's what we got cameras for, So, but that was a wave at that time of technology just increasing. So technology is still increasing. It was times when you have to go to a payphone, So technology is always increasing. And so for me, because I'm a visionary, I like to stay ahead of the curve. And because I can stay ahead of the curve a little bit, I decided to make a business out of it. And so my DS Sounds, my sound and lighting company and my production company is to say, let me take your company and get your company in the face of who it needs to be in front of. Also producing movies like my boy Snoop Robinson me and him connected, man. He's like the Tyler Perry of Fort Worth and Dallas. You know, he done produced so many movies on Tubi and Netflix and all of that. And so, you know, I just start studying with him, talking to him, seeing how he work on sets. And so the audio came to play, and then now the video. And man, so it's just doing a full circle. So staying ahead of it. I always do it because I'm self-motivated. So I may sit at something where it takes somebody 2 weeks to do something. I may, like people that binge watch a TV show, I might binge watch on technology to see where it's going. Why is it going here? You know what I'm saying? I'll binge watch on that because I have to have that edge when I'm in the business world.
Yeah, I'm about to ask you, is there certain magazines or something that you subscribe to that comes, or certain YouTube videos that to keep up with technology? That's what I was about to ask you.
Yeah, it was a couple of them really that I go. The Guitar Center, because I'm in Guitar Center Pro. That's another whole nother area. Some people just look at Guitar Center, but Guitar Center Pro, which is a guy that's there named Jeffrey McDaniels. And so he's been around, man, I know at least 30 years with me and my production company, guiding me and showing me different technology. And he's working for a Guitar Center, but all their material, all of their stuff that they have coming out. Then we also have people that's, I always believe in hiring up and also hiring people that's around that's smarter than me in certain areas. Like I got people that's on my team, they got a PhD in IT. I didn't even know that existed. So that's why it's good to network with people, because as you begin to network, then they network become your network and you can interconnect with them. And so that's actually one of my secrets, man. You know, every morning, one of my hacks is I'm listening to something motivational and also something educational so it can continue to take me to the next level. Because sometimes we got to remind ourselves, man. We got to remind ourselves how great we are and where we're going. We got to keep reminding ourselves. So that's one of my hacks.
Yeah. You know, oh man, we had the blessed liberty and the privilege, man, to be in a video that you produced with Black. You know what I'm saying? Twisted Black. You know what I'm saying? Respect to Twisted Black, man. Continue doing what you're doing, man. Great inspiration and what have you. Black was kind of like that second wave a little bit after when our career kicked off. But with that being said,
Cielio even worked with Black, man, over there.
Right. Like I said, I remember being at 3M and what have you, dealing with Cielio and Black and my main man just lost his niece this week. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, but still, I want to ask you about the scene here in this area, DFW area, as far as the music scene. Tell us a little bit about what you think about the music scene. I'm seeing how these some of the guys here, I mean, they make it more as a robbery or whatever. How do you see this scene around here?
Man, Fort Worth has always been a challenging place in certain aspects because I remember my boy Jonathan Stewart, he just started the podcast as well. And it's always been a crab in a bucket mentality versus how sometime in Dallas, there was more collaborations. It was more, you know, trying to pull somebody down. You know, most of the times we had certain people that would work with each other, but I think we're coming back to knowing that we need to really work with each other in order to make it better, you know, because, but we had some people like even Trap Squad, they was there, you know, Two Aces and a Joker back in the day. It was a lot of rap. It was a lot of rap things, and it changed for me in the industry because I was the one people used to come to make the music come together and to produce the track, not only produce the track, but also mix and master. I was a mix and master, so I had a chance to deal with a lot of the different rappers like Trap Squad, Money Mike, and all them used to come to the studio and had had a pace in the studio, Dwayne Washington, all of them, you know, actually on the scene of music. Um, it's always been challenging, though, I think, to work to collaborate, you know, on the work, even with Black. You know, it seems like every time somebody come up, it seems like something will happen dramatically, and it'll you know, make them go into a different area or something. You know, I can't say it was a loss, you know, for him, because, you know, in essence, like it could have saved his life or gained something out of it. But, you know, so in the rap industry now, I think we're coming back. We do have some people that's on the rise now, man, that's cold blooded in Fort Worth, you know.
Wow. Yeah, I was talking to the twins that used to be the hardheads. I think they money bag, grab bag, one of the two, I can't remember. But one of the things that they didn't know who we were. I mean, in the depth of dealing with music and what have you. And I think that one of the things that I would like to see is our youngsters get be more abreast of who we were and how we did things, and the collaboration with Left and Right Shoe and C and Debonair Dimension. Right.
Four runs.
Right.
Before.
Right. And so how I mean, it was always uplifting and us trying to pull one another and pull each other up and push each other to certain aspects of what we wanted rap to do and what we wanted that be. I guess that was one of those things, like almost like you wanting to see the industry win. And so now, and now it seems as though the industry has won. Those key players in the industry are singling each other out and what have you. And I think, you know, of course, these are the powers that be that push the narrative, and we follow them. You know, even with back then, you said the two aces and a joker, right? Which was a group, right? Never to mention, which was a group.
Yeah,
everybody still MCs. You know what I'm saying? DJ Rated X, which was a group. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, genocide, Janice, oh man, this
right.
One good side. One good side, man.
It was awesome.
You know what I'm saying? And the Xerox twins, if y'all never heard of them, not really.
But I think at that point in time, the challenge was to raise the bar. At this time, the challenge is to challenge somebody. You follow me?
Right.
Yeah, to challenge somebody, so that you can have a camaraderie. I mean, you can have a rivalry. You follow me? Our challenge was different. Our challenge was
one was unintentional and one was intentional, and so I think that nowadays the intent of the battle rapping or what have you, it's totally different now. You know, Roxanne Sante or whatever was you know, dissing UTFO. Then you had LL Cool J and battle with Kumo D, Mo D and Shan and BDP, Boogie Down Productions. So again, but it was for the betterment of rap itself.
That was raising the bar.
Right.
They was raising the bar.
Right.
You follow me?
Now,
that was the challenge.
Right. Now, and now we have it where these guys are battling at each other. I mean, personally, and you know, they are more or less what they call it, unaliving one another, and taking the talent away when we should be uplifting and putting the talent in, and what have you. D, what would you say to these youngsters that's in that vein now, man, as to where they don't understand the power that they have,
the power of the art,
right?
That they can convey on canvas,
right? And they're throwing their lives away, and not only that, destroying the industry at the same time,
and the mental.
Right.
Those that's listening.
Man, I had a chance to sit down with KRS-One, and we did an interview with him when he was at Rice University did an interview, and he said something that stuck with me. He said some people don't understand the difference between the entertainment and the culture.
Mm.
So I think sometimes they got caught up in the entertainment of it versus the culture and the unity for the culture of it.
Mm.
You know, we was in it for the culture. We was doing it because we loved it. And even when we battle rapped, but it was a different love behind that battle rap. So what I would tell the young people now is keep it separate. You know, understand that, okay, I get it. It's a level of entertainment that you got to have. It's a healthy competition after as well. But don't forget the overall goal of the culture and the community building. If you're not building the community and if you're not building people, then eventually you're going to be destroyed because it's going to hit your house one way or another. You know,
Right.
either it's going to hit you directly or indirectly.
Indirect.
You know what I'm saying? And that sometimes is the worst way, you know, because if it don't get you, it might get your son or your daughter or whoever it is. So I'm saying be conscious when these rappers out here now and unaliving people and, you know, and we had our thing, you know, back in the day. I'm not saying that we were so good that we was like, oh, nah, we ain't gonna do this. So if somebody rob us, then we gotta pay our dues and all that. But it was more so of isolated events, you know, that we would do it, not like we just trying to prove a point or nothing, but they were still orchestrated and divinely put to separate us. So even the crack era and all of that was strategically designed to separate us. And so if we don't understand that who's the enemy, this person here is not really your enemy, and this person here is under the influence as well. And so therefore you got to, and when I say under the influence of somebody greater or a greater mission to keep us separate. So I would tell young people to, hey man, look, realize there's a greater purpose than just you. Each one, reach one, teach one, you know? So have somebody that you're mentoring.
Yeah. So with that being said, you say you was thinking about grabbing the mic once again. What would be your approach this go around, or would it be different?
It would definitely be different. It would be more educational, inspirational, almost like a J. Cole, you know, something like that, or where it's a message behind it, you know, to build and to elevate and to also illuminate the minds of the people, man, because people, especially, they done lost hope, you know, and it's so much stuff that happens in the neighborhood and even around, man, that we stop dreaming. So if I had to write a song off the dome, it probably would start believing, you know, believe in you, trust in yourself, and know that anything is possible if you really believe.
Yeah. Well, you know, we got, artists like Go Yayo, Tommy, the Twins, man. They, you know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. I listened to them last night. Very talented. Man, listen, man, dear, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Being, you know what I'm saying? All these different talents, man. Won't you take me to fucking town, man? I love that. I love what these guys are doing, man. And so D, but with that being said, is it a way that we can more or less elevate those guys? As far as
that's what I was gonna ask. I mean, when you was doing studio work, you had different guys from different sides of town. So you was affiliated with, you know, different minds from different sides of town. Did you have opportunity to, you understand, to divulge, to give that vision that you that you have, and do you still utilize that? Because I know they come to you for, you know, the audio and the video. Do you
I still use the platform, man, to believe it or not, a lot of times, you know, I have people, matter of fact, I just had a guy to come to me, man, who just wanted me to mentor him, really. Shot by Real. You know, he came to me, he was like, hey man, I need you to mentor me on some things, man, you know, just to get my mindset right. And so I always have to give them emotional intelligence, man. A lot of them don't have that emotional intelligence and they so hot-headed. You know what I'm saying? They think they got to move off of emotion all the time. You know, they think they got to do so. I was able just to sit down with a lot of them, and that's the part that I really love and I enjoy. I was able to sit down with some of them where they was like, man, I'm finna go kill this nigga, man. He did this, this, and this. I'm like, hold on, man. You know, first of all, let's look at it from a business perspective. You know, they be like, what you talking about? What you talking about, OG? What you talking about all this? Let's look at it from a business perspective. You don't want to mess up your money, nor do you want to mess up what you got going on. You see what I'm saying? So I was able to level to make them stop, make them think, man, and see, is there another way? Because a lot of time when you're in the heat of the moment, you don't think it's another way. But it's always a greater way if you're willing to just stop and think for a minute. And, man, I done had some of them come to me, man, in tears. Some of the hardest dudes, man, killers, come to me in tears, be like, man, I'm finna kill this dude, man. And I'm like, nah, let's just talk about it, man. Let's you know, and some of them I was able to talk to, and some of them I wasn't. But even to this day, they'll come back to me. They'll be like, oh, man, you was there for us, man. You know, you was there. You know, my studio at that time was named Remnant Seed. And so everybody was shouting out Remnant Seed and FaceTime Studios and all that, man. So I was able to use that as a beacon of light. And I still do. You know, I still talk to them and pull them to the side, you know, and talk to them and say, hey, man, it is another way, you know.
Man, listen here. Family, we're here. The best live ever. Man, doing our thing, man. You know what I'm saying? What we love, we learn.
We learn.
And we learn how to live our best lives, man. And this is what it's about. We bring on the resources and what have you, so that you can know and understand how to live your best life. Man, you won't have to hit those bumps in the road, right?
We're merely the paparazzi. We got our celebrity in the forefront.
In the forefront.
The main thing is to bring those professionals or those that are not professional that just focus on what they're doing and letting them be a guideline, you understand, or a pathway for those that's behind them to follow.
Right.
And this is how we have to conduct ourselves because we always looked up to the elders. We always looked up to those that was before us and older. And so people that has been in these situations, just like Vision, he has been in the fold of audio and video for a long time, you know, and somebody out there in, you understand, what they call this land now, it's not radio land anymore, it's television land. It's media land.
Right.
Yeah. May desire, and we brought him in so he can inspire.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, we can't forget what it was like, because you can be removed from something for such a long time that you almost forget and you get desensitized about it. But I remember, I remember being in the streets, man. You know, I hustled and I loved it. You know what I'm saying? It was, man, the streets was good to me. I ain't gonna lie. You know, the streets was real good to me. When I got out, people thought I was crazy because, you know, they were like, hold on, man, don't nobody get out of the game when you're on top. You know, most people have to go through some or some dramatic happen. No, I stopped and I avoided a lot. So I was able to go back, you know, when they had weed and seed through the police department and all that. I was able to get involved with weed and seed and talk to the people, you know, and all that. So we have to remember so we can go back to it. I know my boy Dave, I see he online as well, man. Shout out to Dave, man. We have to be able to don't forget and go back and be real with these cats, man, and be like, yeah, I remember when I was doing that, and I remember the feeling that you got behind it. But at the same time, was that lucrative for you to make more money, or what was you trying to do? You know, so we got to go back and say, hey, man, I remember, but at the same time, you're talking to a 50-year-old me versus a 18, 20, and 30-year-old person. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. They're on their way up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, D, man, they you know, I had to get out the game too, man, but you know, somebody took me out. But anyway. D, man, I want to make sure that we go back and we first make sure that we let these youngsters know that, man, hey, man, we revere you guys, man. We love what you guys doing, but we would love for you to love each other as well. And that's what this is about. This is about us reaching out and uplifting humanity itself. Because, hey, man, we have the greatest talent here, and man amongst us. And hey, man, we have you have the greatest platform ever, and so we must use that platform. And of course, make sure that you like, share, and follow. Man, push the like button, push the love button, make comments. Right? If you know someone that needs to be on this show, make sure that you let them know. Or if you need to be on the show, you make sure that you come on. You know, inbox us, write it in a letter, send it in a cake, a message in a bottle, whatever it takes. Make sure that you guys do that. D, man, before we get out of here, man, I want to ask you about this AI, and I want to reprimand you too for not sending it to me so I can learn.
You know what? I deserve that. I deserve that even live. You are absolutely correct. Because I do.
It only been a couple of months, but anyways, I want to ask you about how it is in the industry. I remember a year or so back, they was talking about it in the in Hollywood when the actors were saying went on strike because they would take a little bit of what they do and they make it out of a whole movie, a scene.
What they did,
right, or what they did, and make a whole movie, right, out of a scene. Tell us a little bit about what you think about that. Is it fair? Is it cool? What have you?
Is it just technology?
Right. And I know this is the era that we can't, once it gets started, you can't stop it. Tell us a little bit about it, and tell us your summation. Give us a thoughts about where the industry is going, and what your thoughts on being able to not be able to sing and or write, and these things does it for you.
Man, it's a lot said in the name of it, AI, artificial intelligence. But the intelligence part of it and the artificial intelligence of it, while the actors was getting upset, and I could understand it, and I could see both sides, but if you had your business in order, it still could have been beneficial to them as well. So what they was cloning their likeness and their image. So, and I do that right now. Like right now, I can take this podcast and I can clone my likeness. And so where it took me hours upon hours to do different podcasts, or to write a book, or to even have a commercial where I had to get all these actors, I had to get B-roll footage, I had to do all. Well, with AI said, let me build this. And let me give you a couple of key things. AI, it gets smarter and smarter as you feed it. So I can say into AI, where I had to pay thousands of dollars, and have even thousands of people there, I could say, make me walk down East Berry Street when there was Dairy Queen there.
Right.
On the right-hand side. This is what I wanted to see. I'm a black male. This is how much I weigh. This is how I walk. This is what I wanted to see. And I want to bump into one of my friends. The more information you give it, and then it spits out a video. And you can use this video. And so a lot of the industry people was getting upset because they may have a scene like in scene 1 or something, and they say, well, we don't need you in scene 3 because we already cloned your likeness. You're like, how did you get my likeness? Because now we know how you move. It takes how you move, your mannerism, how you talk, your pauses, your breaths. It takes all this and say, we don't need that anymore. We don't need you anymore. We can just use your likeness and produce this, and the audience can't tell. What the industry was getting mad and the artist was getting mad about, because they like, hold on, that's not natural though. That's not me. And what the big wig was saying is costing us less money. Have you forgot this is entertainment? And this is entertainment for us to make money. So we are making more money, and it's more profitable for us. Now we're going to pay you an X amount because we cloned your likeness, but we only use you for one scene. So your likeness is doing the other scenes. You see what I'm saying? And so now at that point, they like, hold on, you don't produce the whole movie. So my thing is, if you can't beat them, join them. So I'm working on an AI movie, a whole generated AI movie where everything is just AI generated.
Right.
So that's the future of it now. And Twin, this is great for you, so I got to get it to you. It's called Slow World 2, where, because say if you have an idea for a song and you're like, man, I'm just stuck. I got all the words, it's beautiful words, but I don't have the melody for it. But I got all the words. And this is what I want to be. They got a program now where only thing you do is put your words in and say, I want it to be a pop song. I want it to be R&B. I want it to be a rap. I want it to be old school rap. I want to mix R&B. But notice, once again, it's only as smart as what you give it. So if you say, I want somebody to sing it that's like a mix in between Fantasia and an Anthony Hamilton, but rap like Nas, it'll take all that information, put that out, and spit that song out.
I want to ask you this while you're on this subject. What about the copyrights? When you run it through AI, is it yours?
Right now, that's what they're fighting for now. In the beginning, it's yours. Now they're trying to put laws in place where it's only a certain percent. But in the beginning, it was free, copyright free. So people you got to think this is just rolling out, but it's been there for over 10 years already. And the government has already been using it. So now they're getting to the point that they want 20%, even 30%. Some of them are saying if you make an X amount of dollars, then we're going to get there. But that's why everybody said jump on board now, get involved in it now, get what you can get out of it, because all the dynamics of that is going to change.
So the percentage would change.
Yeah, the percentage.
Yeah.
The percentage.
So was that Pro Tools that came out when it changed the voice? Like the Roger, was that Pro Tune?
Auto Tune.
Auto Tune. Is that still being used, or did that fade out? With
some people still use Auto Tune when you mixing, but they got other programs, man, where you can do it where you don't even have to know how to sing. Like you could just hum it. You can say,
have your voice, huh?
It'll still keep the texture of your voice,
right,
and the authenticness of your voice, but it'll make it into where it's smooth. The vibrato is the same.
Right.
It's cold blooded, man. Like I did one for for one of my clients,
right?
For Ricky Clark. I know he don't mind me putting it out there. He got several books, and I was like, I say, man, let me clone your voice. Why do you have to read your whole book? You don't have to read your whole book anymore. Let me clone your voice. So I took it, cloned his voice, got his book. It read the whole book. Now you got an audio book in your voice that you can go out and sell.
Wow. Ain't that something? Yeah, D, I got thousands of poems and songs and stuff, man, that, I mean, we got the book, we got to get out there. You know what I'm saying? Again, family, we're here doing the best live ever.
Best live ever.
You know what I'm saying? What we love, we laugh, and we learn how to live our best lives. Of course, we got our business partner, our great partner, right? Here, telling who he is, what he does, and what have you. You got the Xerox Twins here. Hey, man, this is merely our celebrity show where we highlight our celebrities, which are you. You are our celebrities.
Exactly.
And we're merely the paparazzi, and we do this because, hey, man, we know that it must be done. We must bring on the resources so that people know how to get help, whatever they need or whatever meet their needs or what have you. The wisdom, right? We bring on the wisdom. Not only that, we bring on the businesses because we want them to patronize. Man, people in business
and also the intellect, the intelligence, the AI.
Right. So this is what we do. Again, I'm Blue Bull.
Yeah, I'm Red Bull.
And we got Mr.
I'm Vanilla Bull. I'm Vanilla.
Derrick Simmons, Vanilla Bull in the house as well. D, man, listen, man, we at the top of the hour. Is it anything, man? Of course, we can recap and tell us a little bit about how to find you, where we're going from now, what you're doing, that type of deal. Of course, we got a business as well that man, we're gonna have to get back into, and man, because I know, yeah, man,
it'll be that time real soon.
Right. And so of course, you know, we're speaking of Ask Us First, so we're gonna get that and vamp that. Tell us a little bit, give us a recap, how to find you, what do you do as far as your businesses, and hey man, let's turn this thing out.
All righty, man. My name is for those that looking at it on the preview or just logged in. My name is Derrick Simmons. My company is DS Sounds. You can go to dssounds.net. That's the company that I use to do all of my installs as far as audio visual. So if you have a club, you got a retirement center, you got a church, whatever you got, I come in and do all your AV and IT needs. Also your video production, any type of video production that's done under my 5-star media and production. That's FSMproduction.com. So you can go to FSMproduction.com. You can log on. You can see everything that I do. Any type of movies that you need, short films. Say if you want to start your own podcast and you want somebody to mentor you, if you got some kids or something like that, or even if you a kid at heart and you say, I got something I want to do, I'm the visionary. I can help you get to your next level, to where you're going. So you can find me on social media, all platforms. Derrick Simmons. It's simple. Look me up. You'll see this handsome face right here on all platforms. Man, but before I go, I'd like to say, man, thank you to the Xerox twins for having me. I mean, true brothers, man, true people that I can say that I can vouch for. You know, it's amazing to see y'all still doing what y'all do and still having the heart that y'all have, man. So I take my hats off to y'all, man, for doing an excellent job. And yeah, I definitely will make sure I get that to you. So next time you ain't got to put me on blast.
Oh, yeah, boy. Man, as long as I'm working with you, Baker, you know, say, come on, brother. Yeah, as long as I'm working with you, man, I know that, hey, man, we going to get some things done again. Man, listen, man, I heard Miss J last night, Miss J Bennett. Y'all look her up, man. You know what I'm saying? Sunshine the singer, Sunshine the rapper, which is my daughter. I mean, y'all start looking up these people that we have. Man, OG Realist, Shaka, you know what I'm saying? Man, Twisted Black. Tumino, man, much love and respect to you as well, man. Love you, what you're doing, fam. Get with me. Thank you, man, for inboxing me, and we're talking rap about that as well. Yeah, yo, you know what I'm saying? We don't know, yeah, yo, but again, man, we respect. We know as people, we respect your work, man, and we want you guys to elevate to the highest level. And so again. Man, y'all get with us, man. Yeah. Hey, if you know somebody, invitation. Hey, man, if you know someone that needs to be on this show, you make sure that you get with us. And if you need to be on, get with us as well. Man, bro, we got the likes of
we can highlight people that's selling cookware.
Whatever, man.
Whatever you want to do. The entrepreneurship is
right. You know what I'm saying? Your entertainment, of course, your artists, right? Your artists that, you know, from the drawing to the microphone, music, whatever. Hey, man, we're here for that. And man, again, with the magic,
you bringing your straight A students that come through.
Hey, man, this is what it's about. We're about highlighting our people, pulling in our resources and using them.
Right.
Again, man, we're the Xerox twins. I'm Blue Bull.
I'm Red Bull.
This is what we do. Hey, man, this is the best live ever. We got, you know what I'm saying, our compadre, our partner, and
Mr. Vision.
And
I want to say one thing about Vision that I like most about his friendship.
Right.
Where you at? I'm on my way. Where you at? I'm on my way.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, man.
I think that there can be no greater
compliment
right, to life, man. For somebody to ask, "Where are you at?" I'm on my way.
Right.
Oh man,
there wasn't no other conversation, but hey, I need you. Where you at? I'm on my way. That right there, man. Listen. If you have a friend like that, make sure that's a friend to you.
Exactly.
And I want to be their friend too.
Well,
Again,
y'all gonna get my jokes.
Right.
Y'all gonna get my joke.
Yeah, again, family, we're here. The best live ever. Much love and respect. Make sure that you like, share, and follow all the Xerox Twins social media. The Xerox start with a Z.
And ends with a Z.
Ends with a Z. Not only that, make sure you comment. Family, y'all make sure that y'all comment and what have you. Push the likes, the hearts, the stars. And make sure that you go subscribe.
And let somebody else know about what's going on.
Exactly, man. Because hey, again, we're going to bring. Man, listen, man. You're going to be elated when we bring on our freedom papers, right? We're going to show you how to make money, how to save money, how to save yourselves, right? How to become free.
Right.
And so, hey, man,
you know, that's one thing I always say. We don't want to die slaves.
Right.
You follow me? And there's a whole lot that goes into what I just said. We in a system of slavery, and we have to realize. You know, they had Juneteenth to come through. The Juneteenth, they say 2 years after the slaves was free, they came to Texas. Texas didn't know Texas didn't know they were slaves for those 2 years. You follow what I'm saying? Like, wait, what you mean about we free? Well, we didn't know we were slaves. Oh, well, if that was the case, oh well. So this is why I say a lot of us, all of us are slaves, but we just don't know it. But we don't want to wait those next 2 years to find out what we don't know.
You sure right, man. One of the things I heard in prison, the worst thing that a prisoner can do is die in prison as a slave. But hey, now we ain't gonna make that happen. Again, D, thank you so much, man, for blessing our stage with your presence, man, your energy, your inspiration, your businesses, and what have you, your vision and your ideals, man. Much love and respect for who you are, man. Continue doing what you're doing for us in the world as well. Man, bro, man, let's turn this thing out. But we always turn social media out with what,
always turn it out with be humble, become more knowledgeable. That way you won't be vulnerable.
And I always say, we all we got. And we all we need. Love and become lovable. All right, family. Much love and respect. We'll see y'all on the flip side
of this album.
You know what I'm saying? Xerox Twins. Right back at you. All right, family.